300 million users. That's the population of a large country. You would think that's enough to build an empire, or at least launch an IPO, right? Wrong. In the brutal arena of the Chinese internet, 300 million users couldn't buy a ticker symbol on the stock exchange, but as it turns out, they could buy a lifeline from a very wealthy doctor. Welcome to the latest episode of the Capital Accumulation Game. The richest player in the music business just swallowed the biggest loser in the audio business. Yes, I'm talking about Tencent Music Entertainment, TME, dropping a cool 20.5 billion RMB, or nearly $3 billion to acquire Ximalaya. The moment the news broke, the stock market went wild. TME surged 8%. The suits on Wall Street clinked their champagne glasses, talking about synergy and expanding horizons. But let's cut the corporate speak. If you peel back the curtain, this isn't a marriage of love. It's not even a marriage of convenience. It is two middle-aged giants huddling together for warmth in a blizzard, terrified that the young wolf, ByteDance, is coming to eat them alive. Let's look at the buyer first. Tencent Music. On paper, they look fantastic. 2025 Q1 revenue is up, profits are up, and they've squeezed 11.4 RMB out of every user. But look closer. It's a golden bucket, ladies and gentlemen, but the bottom is full of holes. They are hemorrhaging users. Since 2022, their monthly active users dropped from 620 million to 555 million. Do you know how many people that is? They lost a user base equivalent to the entire population of Chengdu in just 3 years. Why? Because nobody needs to pay to listen to music when they can doom scroll on TikTok or Kuaishou for 2 hours straight. TME is desperate for new ears, and that's where Ximalaya comes in. They own the ears of China. White-collar workers driving home, moms with babies, insomniacs. They dominate 60% of the listening time in the industry. But Ximalaya, their story is even sadder. Founded 13 years ago, burned through billions in funding, and failed to IPO 4 times. From the US to Hong Kong, every time they tried to list, the door slammed shut. Why? Because their profitability was, let's just call it plastic. They claimed a profit in 2023, but how did they get it? By firing 40% of their staff and slashing marketing. It's easy to save money when you stop feeding the horse, but eventually the horse dies. Their growth has flatlined. Revenue growth crashed from 43% down to 1.7%. That's not a growth curve, that's a cardiac arrest. So Ximalaya sold itself at a discount, a bone fracture price. The founder, Yujian Jun, must be swallowing a bitter pill. But hey, selling yourself to Tencent is better than ending up like Miss Fresh, bankrupt and dead. At least now, they're on life support. But here is the real kicker, the villain in this story, the one casting the shadow, ByteDance. Their tomato novel app is using a dimensional strike strategy, free content, AI voices. In 1 year, their audio users exploded by 700%. Douyin, the Chinese TikTok, is launching listening mode. Ask yourself, when you watch short videos at 2x speed because you have no patience, who has the time to listen to a 3-hour audiobook? In the face of ByteDance's algorithm, traditional audio platforms are fighting a tank with a butter knife. The problem isn't just competition, it's culture. In the US, 80% of people listen to audiobooks. In China, less than 50%. And paying for it? Forget it. Ximalaya's paying ratio is a measly 5%. Tencent thinks they can fix this. They want to bundle everything, a super VIP pass, music, books, podcasts, all for one price. They want to use AI to churn out content 24/7. But stitching two sick patients together doesn't make a healthy athlete. It's a Frankenstein monster of subscriptions. The users don't want a platform empire. They just want something worth listening to. Unless they can convince people to stop scrolling and start listening, this merger is just rearranging deck chairs on the Titanic. Let me leave you with a little verse to sum up this chaotic tragedy. 4 times they tried to ring the bell. 4 times into the dust they fell. Tencent's bucket leaks its gold, buying souls to stop the cold. But ByteDance swings an iron fist. With free content you can't resist. AI drones on a hollow sound, while giants chase the pennies found. When will the dreamers wake and see? The bill is due and nothing's free. There's all for today's video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.